Welcome back to another live stream. Hi everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing well. As usual, before we dive in too far, before we talk about this cute little Nano Four Thirds camera, which is the Kodak Charmera, let's wait for some feedback, see if the stream is working fine, if you guys can see the video feed, or if my audio is doing okay, any echo or distortion or anything wrong with the stream, or I'm just mumbling to myself and you can't hear me. Let me know in the chat quickly if there's something wrong so I can fix it before we dive in too far, right? And while I wait for some feedback, let me drink some coffee. Coffee first. We have some people coming in and say hi already. Thank you so much, Viper Gamuka. Appreciate the feedback. Viper Gamuka says audio and video okay. Alright, the reason why I started this live stream so late, typically is 1 hour earlier, and well, if you talk about Malaysian time, I usually start at 10 o'clock at night, but today in this stream, this is 1 hour later, which is 11 o'clock. The reason I started this late was because I attended an event earlier, and the event finished around dinner time. So by the time I got back home, it was already almost 9 o'clock. I wanted a bit more time to give myself to set up the stream to prepare for you guys. So that's why I pushed it back a little bit. And the event that I attended earlier was the Xiaomi's latest smartphone launch, the Xiaomi 15T series. The official launch in Malaysia was this afternoon. I think the launch worldwide was yesterday, was last night. So in Malaysia, it was this afternoon. So I went to the event, caught up with some friends. It was quite a nice event, and they provided food, which is always amazing. So I had buffet dinner in a hotel and ate as much as I can. And I came back for this live stream. So yeah, let's say hi to some people. As usual, I'll say hi to members first. If you're a member, your name is highlighted in green, and there's a star badge next to your name. But if you're not a member, don't worry. I'll go through every single chat. You just have to wait for members first, all right? So Asru says, hello, Robin. Good evening. Hey, Asru. How are you? Very, very nice to see you. Thanks, Rippy. Rippy is really, really awesome. Rippy says, video good. Audio sounds loud and clear. Rippy, is the registration for our Scott Kelby full already? I should give it a shout out. Hey, let me just do it quickly. Scott Kelby 2025. Let's see if I can pull out Malaysian chapter. Where is it? Anyway, I'll just throw the official site. Because some of you are not from Malaysia. I realize that a lot of you are not from Malaysia. But Rippy or Raja Indra Putra, as I've highlighted on the screen, he's a friend and also a member on this channel. He will be leading this year's Scott Kelby Photo Walk, Worldwide Photo Walk in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And it will happen next week, which is on the 4th of October. I myself will personally be there. All right, so let me pull up the link. Scott Kelby Photo Walk 2026. You have to sign up before if you want to go to this event. And this is a worldwide event, yeah, not just in Kuala Lumpur. It's happening everywhere in the world, so you can go to this website. Did I type it right? I hope I did. I did not misspell the typing. Go to the website and find out the location near you. If there's any event happening or if there's any leader leading the walk, it should have been there already. Sign up. So for Malaysia, it's Raja Indra Putra. Please do sign up. I think it'll be a fun photo walk for us to come out together, meet like-minded people, and yeah, it's a fun-loving community, right? We go out, we enjoy shooting together. Yeah. Andrew, hi Andrew. I just met Andrew a few days ago at the Sony convention or Alpha Days Experience something. It's a Sony's event at what's it? No, not Sunway. It was the Mines. Sorry, my mind got confused with another event. Yeah, and that particular event was quite cool. I went particularly for just one photographer. His name is Tavipung, and he's a street photographer from Thailand, which is quite famous, by the way. So it was quite a nice talk, and I bumped into Andrew at that particular event. So yeah, nice to see you here, Andrew, and it's getting late and I'm gonna sleep anytime soon. Tomato says, good evening, Robin and friends. Hope everything is doing well. Stream is looking good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Andrew says, you got me at Nano Four Thirds. Actually, it was someone else's comment. It wasn't my comment, but I should have credited to that subscriber or audience, the person who made the comment. Sorry, I should have found out who it was. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Give credit where credit is due, right? Let me see if I can find it. Come on. Where should I go? I should go to studio. The quickest way is come through the community tab. And I have to go through the comment of one particular video, which is the Kodak Charmera. It is still loading. Okay, and then I can use the search function. Sorry, it's going to take a bit of time, but at least I want to thank the person who gave me the idea. Search. Nano 4. Should be able to find something here. Okay, yes. From Micro Four Thirds to Nano Four Thirds. RK Gostin. RK Gostin, thank you so much for, or RKG Austin. Could have been RKG Austin, right? Thank you so much for the suggestion. I just stole your idea. I hope you're okay with that. If you're not okay, then well, it's too late. It's done. Yeah, Nano Four Thirds, right? Well, technically, the Kodak Charmera has a tiny sensor. It's a 1/4 of an inch size image sensor, and it has the aspect ratio of the photographs. They are technically 4/3, so that's why I call it Nano Four Thirds. So yeah, kind of cool. Hey. Okay, number 6 says, good evening, Robin. Good evening to you too. Very nice to see you here. Yes, Papa Gamoka, thanks for joining the stream. Hey, TT, hi from Thailand. Hello to you too. Nimrod says, hello from Slovenia. All is good. We can hear loud and clear. Thank you so much, Nimrod, for the update. The drunk wedding photographer says, Moshi Moshi. Hello to you too. Thanks for joining the stream. Uka says, yo. Hello to you too. Welcome to the stream. For the first camera, I'm between OM5 Mark II and OM3. Which one I should get? Thank you for advice. Well, both are, I guess, there's the price difference, right? Both are very similar camera. If you want more advanced, latest tech, like the latest image sensor, faster burst rate, more powerful processor, and all the latest features like the live grad ND filter and animal tracking, human face and eye, detect AI subject tracking. All those are available in the OM3, where it's not available in the OM5 Mark II. But if the AI autofocus is not important to you, if you don't shoot like 60 frames per second, you don't need to burst a lot, and you don't need like, you don't do anything crazy, right? You just need more toned down, more basic specifications, then OM5 Mark III is still a good camera. It has powerful image stabilization. It has built-in electronic viewfinder. Autofocus is still very fast. Image quality is about the same as the OM3, not much difference. And yeah, pretty much you can do a lot with the OM5 Mark II. So it just depends on how much you're willing to spend. If you have the extra budget, then of course the OM3 will be a better camera. But yeah, if you want value for money, then OM5 Mark II, yeah. Rippy says, thanks Robin for the Scott Cabby walk announcement. For my walks in Little India, Brickfields, Kuala Lumpur, yes, there are still slots available. So if you are in Kuala Lumpur, let me just highlight that. Hey, oh my goodness, I lost that link already. Let me just highlight the link so that everyone can sign up. So this is not just in Kuala Lumpur. Yes? If you're in Kuala Lumpur, of course, you see Rippy in Little India, Brickfields. Let me just pin the message. I think you can see that now. Yes, it's in the pin message. Pin in the chat. And if you're not in Kuala Lumpur, if you're not in Malaysia, then there are Scott Kelby photo walk everywhere in the world. You just need to figure out your location and who is the leader. Sign up and be there on 4th of October. Of course, we are all in different time zones. So check out your local event listing and make sure that you're in the right location and place. And yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very fun thing for everyone to do. Namhua says, eat more. You're looking thinner and thinner. Oh my goodness. What happened to the autofocus? Hello, OM1? Are you okay? I'm looking thinner. I am, yeah, it's hard to maintain my size, right? Because in order to gain muscle mass, I have to eat a lot, like a lot. Literally 5 meals a day and with a lot of protein, right? Meat. You're talking about eggs, chicken, fish. Well, I try not to take a lot of red meat like beef. So usually it's just chicken, fish, and egg. And I have to eat a lot a lot, and sometimes I'm already full. I still have to force feed myself just to meet that minimum protein requirement, and it's not fun. So currently I am not pushing myself. There are months where I want to push myself really hard, like I hit the gym 5-6 times a week. Every day I go to the gym and I really push all the weights. I really push myself and push to failure, right? And of course I also have to eat a lot so that I'll gain the size. But yeah, I can't do that indefinitely, and I'll grow to a certain size, which looks good because I want that size. But then again, like I have to taper off after like 3 months, for example. I can't be doing this. It's not really a healthy thing to do as well. So I have to taper off and just go back to like my normal three meals per day. And yeah, so I eat less and I don't push as hard in the gym. So naturally, I will lose some muscle mass along the way. But yeah. The thing about gaining muscle is that yes, you look good, you're big, but you're also less agile. When you're leaner, you can move a lot quicker. So there's pros and cons in everything. And I shouldn't be pushing myself so hard because I'm doing this mostly for fitness and just trying to be healthy. And because now is the time for me to really push it, right? If I want, because 10 years later, 15 years later, I don't think I can do this or as intensely as I'm doing it now, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever I can at the moment. So Andrew says, I know why the Kodak camera is called Charmera. Because the last few days when I was using it, it seems to be charming people, especially girls. Ah, there you go. That's a charming product to use, right? Amir! Hey, Amir! Amir is a friend that I always shoot my street photography with. I think of all the friends, he's the one that I went out the most with. So nice of you to join in, Amir. Hope it's not too late for you. And well, the reason I put this up, Laksa, was because I just recently went back to Kuching, Sarawak. Well, this photograph wasn't the Laksa that I took recently. This was from my archives 1 or 2 years back. And I went back to Kuching on Tuesday to settle some stuff. And yeah, it's just a day trip. And I had my Laksa Sarawak there. So these are Laksa Sarawak. If you guys are wondering, it's it's broth. The broth is prawn based. And there's rice vermicelli or bihun served with prawn, shredded chicken, sometimes shredded egg. Yeah, pretty much that's it. It tastes a little bit like seafood, and the broth contains not just the prawn essence or paste. The broth also contains coconut milk. So yeah, that's how it is. And I love laksa. This Sarawak laksa, of course. Since Amir was asking, so yeah. Ho says, hey, Robin, what's the dynamic range of Kodak Charmera? How many frames per second? I think, I don't know. There's no burst, of course. You just click. You can click as much as you want. Dynamic range, I don't know, like 5 stops, 6 stops, if I were to estimate, right, using my educated guess. Today says, I'm so glad I got one. Well, congratulations. They are selling in Thailand as well, right? And I saw a review that was also done in Thailand. Someone just posted a review like 1 or 2 days ago. So there are not many long-form comments on this particular product yet. So one of them was from Thailand, which is pretty cool. Let me just go through a few more comments and then we'll go to the updates. Uka says, I was wondering why you never reviewed camera from Lumix since they also do Micro Four Thirds. Are you sure? Why? And Robin never reviews camera from Lumix. Okay, let me see. Okay. Panasonic. What do I have? So GS7. So for Uka, Panasonic GS7. If you haven't seen this, one. Panasonic LX100. Two. Where else? What else? Let me see. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? This is the lens. This is not the camera. Panasonic GF2. I also did LX9. Lumix GM1. This is not the right one. Okay, here is share. Panasonic GM1. And then where else? There are a lot of lenses as well. There's more GM1 content. GM1. All right, let's go to blogs. Robin Wong. Panasonic review. What did I review before? G9. Yes. Wait, G9. Panasonic. I have done these reviews. Some of them are not in YouTube. They were before the YouTube era. Like this particular article was on Mintian's site, but it was written by me. I made the review. So Panasonic G9. If you want to read. What else? GH4. I used the GH4, but I don't think I reviewed the GH4 before. Yeah, I think that's it. I've given enough links, right? There's like 4 or 5 reviews there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm sure you've not seen any of this, because if you have, you wouldn't be asking me, have you ever? Well, you never. So your sentence is very specific, right? Why you never reviewed cameras from Lumix. There you go. I reviewed cameras from Lumix before. All right, let's see. Gerald says, you gotta run some trend to get those gains at your edge. My goodness, no, man. Yeah, I gotta stay healthy. Hey, I'm not gonna do anything crazy with my body. Recovery is not gonna be as easy. I'm not 20 years old anymore. Number 6 says, for me, you look like a fighter or a rugby player, but I repeat myself. I don't think I look that buff, but yeah, I do have a little bit of mass on myself, which I'm very happy with. I don't know, like, it's just my personal thing. It's not like I'm talking about other people, I'm just talking about myself. I was very skinny during my teenage years growing up, even my early adulthood. I was really, really skinny. And I don't like the feeling of being very, very, very thin. So that's the reason why I'm trying to put on a bit more weight. And now that I have a bit more freedom and time and I'm earning my own money now, so I can make my own decisions, so I can feed myself whatever I want. I can spend my time doing whatever I want. So of course I decided health is a priority. I go to the gym, I eat a bit healthier. That's why I can put on a little bit of healthier weight. So yeah, well, during younger years, I was from a poor family. I was undernourished. We didn't eat enough. I don't blame my family. They did the best for me. And because I didn't eat enough, so I was really, really, like, you can see, I was not healthy. I was really, really thin, underfed, right? And it doesn't help the fact that I'm quite tall. Those of you who have seen me in real life, you know that I'm not short. So when you're tall and you're skinny, you just look really, really bad, to a point where some people look at me like, and they ask, like, Robin, are you okay? You don't look okay. So yeah, because I don't want that. So that's why now I'm trying my best to like just stay with to put on some healthy weight. So yeah. Jack says, good day, Robin, everyone. Good to catch you live. Hey, Jack, nice to see you here. Because says, can you tell us how much the ambassador from the brand like One Pencil make per month? 0. They don't pay you. And they pay them monthly? No, they don't pay you anything. So my contract with Olympus was, it's like a business deal. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, right? So the perks that I get to loan anything I want, whenever I want, whatever I want. Let's say, hey, Olympus, that time Olympus was still around, I want the 300 f4 lens tomorrow. I'm coming to pick at 10 o'clock. They'll get it ready for me. And hey, I want to loan 5 flash units, FL900R. I need a studio shoot project and get it done for me by this Friday. And then they'll prepare all these units for me by Friday, or they'll even send to me, right? Hey, I need to borrow 5 cameras. I want 5 OM1s for my shoot, and they'll prepare, okay, that time it's not OM1, maybe EM1 Mark II, and they'll prepare it for me. So throughout the contract duration, let's say it's 1 or 2 years, anytime I can borrow whatever I want from them, right? At any time. The support was there, that's one. And I do get paid on project basis. Let's say if I do a workshop for Olympus, let's say I do a photo walk or a basic photography workshop, inside macro outing, or if I appear and do a speech for a product launch, they pay me per appearance and per workshop and per project, right? And that's like because you do work, you are conducting a workshop, you physically spend 3 or 4 hours of your time to be on location and to share your knowledge with people, right? So that's work, and that's where they pay you. Other than that, no, like you're not getting paid just because you're an ambassador. I do get at that time, I think now I can reveal the perks already because this contract has been terminated. I get 50% discount for any of the cameras and lenses that I want to buy from Olympus. So there was a substantial discount. New cameras, new lenses, I get 50% discount. That's my perk. Other than that, no. And I've checked with a lot of other ambassadors. The best case scenario, especially photographers for Sony ambassadors, right? The best case, they get free cameras and lens or long-term loan. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you A7 Mark IV. You can use it as long as you want. It's a long-term loan, but once the contract is terminated, you have to return the camera. Sometimes if they're really generous, if they have extra budget, they'll give you the camera and lens, but normally it's a long-term loan. But if you if you are still the ambassador, let's say that in this year your contract ended, you still continue on being an ambassador. And if you have a new camera, let's say the A7 Mark V comes, they'll just take back your A7 Mark IV and give you the A7 Mark V and you can use it long-term. So technically, long-term loan, take whatever you want, whenever you want. You can just drop by the office and just ask for things. Full support from them for whatever you need them. And of course, chances to collaborate on projects, right? Like shoots or workshops or product launches or touch and try sessions. There are a lot of things that engage the consumer, and being the ambassador, they are pushing you to the front of the consumer. You are there to represent the brand. You are there to speak on the brand's behalf. You are going on stage to talk about why you love using the brand's product. And yes, you are being paid, but that's per project basis. You don't have a salary. It's not a job. It is a partnership. It's a business partnership. If it doesn't work for you, if you want a salary, if you want to be paid every month, being ambassador does not give you that kind of sustainable income, and it's very dangerous. Because let's put it this way, right? A lot of people think that, oh, I want to be an ambassador. Okay, if I'm a camera brand, I'll throw this idea. If I give you an Olympus, oh, not Olympus now, it's OM system. If I give you an OM system OM1 Mark II, how many OM1 Mark IIs are you able to sell for me confidently? Can you tell? Can you, within a month or 2 months, are you able to get me 5 customers, 10 customers? If you say in 2 months you can bring me 50 customers, I can easily give you 2 or 3 OM1 Mark IIs, no problem. But are you able to get? I mean, it's just business, right? It's just so simple. Your job is to promote the brand. Your job is to take photographs, and what you're supposed to do is to represent the brand and try to create brand awareness, and hopefully will persuade the opinion of the people that you come in contact with. And no, it's not a paid thing. You are not under the payroll. You are not a staff. You are just speaking on behalf of the brand. I hope that answers the question. Okay, with that, I will put a pause on the chat, and yeah, let's talk about updates in my life. So I think I just mentioned this earlier. I was back in Kuching on Tuesday, just a day trip, and then there was a Xiaomi event happening today. This week has been fun. I've been doing some stuff. One of the cameras that I finally got to test, which is actually Rippy's camera. So Rippy knows what camera that is. I'm not going to tell everyone. Actually, I've told you guys if you were a member. If you're a member of this channel, I've talked about this in the members only live stream last month or the month before. And it was a camera I borrowed from Rippy. And yeah, finally I've got to do more things with the camera. And next week, hopefully, if the weather is good, I will finalize my video. I have to return the camera to Rippy soon. Right? I think I borrowed the camera for like a month or something already, right? It's been some time. So thanks for the loan, Rippy. But we're not going to reveal to the public now what camera that is. But I'll share some photographs from that camera later on during photo sharing. And it's been very, very fun. So I can't wait to talk about that and to share the photographs. And yeah, that's one thing that I'm busy with this week. Then of course I released a video about this Kodak Charmera, which we will continue to talk about in this live stream. The video was out on Monday, and based on the video's performance, I got some insights. technically you guys or the subscribers show very little interest in this product because this is not like an actual camera. It's a toy camera, and people come here for like photography tips, tips and tricks, how to get sharp images, get dynamic range, like macro shooting, whatever. A lot of people are not interested in like photography. Actually, when I do this, when I talk about this Charmera, I wasn't really showing you what this camera can do. I'm showing you how you should compose your shot, how you should look at the lighting, the creative side of things. I recorded everything in video, how I got every shot. There's a lot that you can unpack from that one video, right? It's not about using the best camera or best lens. The main message has always been clear. Even if you use a toy camera, if you put some effort and care and time and consideration in your shots, you can still get some decent shots. Those will not be masterpieces. They will not win any awards. Nobody will print those photographs, and they will never be, you know, like win a National Geographic award or something. But it doesn't matter, right? A lot of these photographs are memories. They're personal, and even with a lowly camera like this, a toy camera like this, you can still make some good shots. That's the main message of that video. But nobody cares about photography on this channel. I think everyone just wants to see, oh, they want me to say, OM1 is better than full frame. Oh, OM1's dynamic range is better than the FPSC. Oh, Fuji sucks. Oh, Sony is horrible. OM is better. Everyone wants me to say these things. I know. Once I pull out a video, why I choose OM1 over Sony full frame, that video will blow up. All my subscribers will watch. And it's kind of sad because I am personally to be blamed. I made a lot of topics supporting Nano Four Thirds because I'm a fan. But it has come to a point where it is quite toxic because people have become like, oh, you don't do it Nano Four Thirds anymore? I don't care about you anymore. And that's kind of sad because the reason I started this channel and the reason why I shoot or why I do photography is because I love photography and that's what I want to promote. And hopefully on Monday's video, it's sad, right? Like it shows, the status shows that this video gets very little views, maybe only 20%, 10% of my usual subscribers viewership, but it does reach out to a wider audience. People from outside come into and watch the video from searches, from recommendations, and it goes out beyond my subscriber pool. So I don't care because I need to continue to stand firm on my ground and say that, hey, gear is not everything. I need to continue to push the message that photography is more important. You as the photographer is more important than gear, right? That's the main message I want to send. And Van has rejoined the membership, I think. Yeah. Oh no, he's just yeah, he rejoined, right? Membership for 17 months. Wow, Van, that's amazing. Charmera, I get to touch and try. Yeah, I was out with Van and I did shoot a little bit with that camera. And when I was out with Van, we tested a different camera, which is very fun. And I have a few really interesting cameras. I can't wait to show everyone. But anyway, yeah, thanks Van for rejoining the membership. I appreciate that. Yeah, any more updates? Like I said, I've already mentioned about Rippy's Scott Kelby photo walk, so please join this in Kuala Lumpur, and it's also everywhere in the world. That's coming up. Other than that, I don't think there's any more updates that I'm aware of. So yeah, let's dive into the topic, right? Let me just drink my coffee, and then we'll talk about the Charmera. So, a few interesting facts about this Kodak Charmera, right? It's sold everywhere. On the day of the launch, which was about two weeks ago, I think. I'm not even sure when it was launched. It's just instantly sold out, right? It was available in all the major camera stores or retail stores in Malaysia, like N4, YL Camera, all the big camera stores. You can find this Kodak Charmera there. I'm sure it's also available in a lot of other retail stores everywhere else in the world, in Thailand, in Singapore, in in other parts of the world, right? It's not like it's so hard to find, but the thing is, within one day, it's completely sold out. I managed to find one on the second day, and it was just the last few units. I was very, very lucky. I went to one of the less popular shops, and I managed to nab myself one unit. And a lot of people say, but Robin, this is just hype. It's just a trending hype. The hype will die down, and this will end up in the ocean. The fish will eat it. But I don't think so. If it's really hype, and if you do a quick search on YouTube, currently there are only 3 or 4, technically 4 long form videos on the Kodak Charmera. One from Singapore, one from Thailand, and one from Malaysia. There are no other long form videos. It's not like, remember Panasonic S9 when it was launched? We have like 100 content or reviews, long form reviews from everywhere in the world. Everyone's saying, oh, the Panasonic S9 is like the best thing since sliced bread. Everyone's saying like, oh, this is so amazing, so amazing. Oh, this is like so good, right? Same with like Fuji X100 Mark VI. Once it was launched, like you have all these raving reviews everywhere, all the websites, all the YouTube content. Everyone is just saying it's so good, so good. Like there's a genuine hype. And the hype sometimes can work, sometimes doesn't work. People are not stupid. So for Fuji, it worked really well for them. Even the X-Half had really a big hype. But for Panasonic S9, unfortunately, no matter how you hype the product, people are not stupid, people are not blind. But this was launched within 1 day, and that 1 day there were no content yet. It's not like they send this out to influencers or content creators to create content. I saw some content on TikTok, but they are like very generic content. Even the YouTube shorts or Instagram, they are not like actual review or anything that says, oh, this is like the nice thing. Nobody said this is an awesome camera. It's just like, oh, this is a keychain camera. It's a blind box concept. It looks nice. It takes low resolution. That's it. Nobody says like, oh, this is like, you must get this. Nobody hype it up. And I was just so... It sort of baffles me because no hype, and yet it is sold out. Like, why? How? And the plastic thing, like this is like a toy camera, you know, it's like, and it's like an overpriced toy if you want to talk about it in another sense. Let me just turn this on. Long press the power button to turn it on. Like, you know, it's like it's an overpriced keychain, and yeah, it's a tiny LCD screen. It shoots like low resolution, low fi image. It's like 1.6 megapixels. Takes a video that's not even full HD. The video quality, the audio quality, and the photo quality, they're all crap. You can't control any settings. There's nothing much you can do with the camera. It is just very basic, right? Like there's nothing special about the camera, really. Nothing to shout about. It's just very basic, and whether it's expensive or cheap is up to you, but I think it's reasonable. I think the price is fine, and you know, I thought it was quite a cool camera. So yeah, I guess if I were to guess why it's so successful, right, it's because it is something completely different, and that's number one. Because we are so used to having more and more megapixels, right? Like Fuji is pushing their medium format 100 megapixels, and Sony is pushing their 60-something megapixels full frame camera. Everyone is just pushing the megapixel wall, and everyone is just going fast burst rate, you know, like releasing pro lenses. They are bigger and heavier and more expensive lenses that will cost like thousands and thousands of dollars. And you know, it's like everything is so expensive, so big, so heavy, and everything is so advanced, right, with AI features, with, you know, the image stabilization, with computational features and everything. It's like you're using a computer rather than using the camera. And then here it is. Here is the toy Charmera, a toy camera that doesn't have any of those, only has 1.6 megapixels, and you remove all the bells and whistles and the advanced features, all the computational photography, and just strip them down to just a basic camera that you can't even change settings. No autofocus, fixed focus. You just click the shutter button, click, and get a photograph, right? I think there's a charm in that, like removing everything, just keep it very basic, very simple. Yes, the image quality is crap. Yes, resolution is horrible, no dynamic range, whatever. Don't even talk about low light shooting, anything, but it is what it is, right? It's a toy. At least it doesn't pretend to be something else. Like, for example, Fuji X-Half is trying to pretend like the half-frame camera, which is not. It's just a normal camera pretending miserably and fail miserably to be a half-frame camera. It's trying to mimic it, but it's the concept just doesn't land. It's just, that's all hype, if you ask me. That's just all hype, no substance, right? And they charge so expensive, like what, $800 for that camera? It's just ridiculously expensive, right? And here it is, it's like, it's not expensive. I think it's $29 US dollars. And yeah, it's just basic, right? There's nothing, it doesn't promise you anything. It doesn't it doesn't show you or tell you that, oh, this is, you know, like, oh, it will become a retro camera, it has its film simulation, you have film experience. No, it doesn't pretend to be something else. It just tell you this is a keychain camera. It is what it is, right? Take it or leave it. If you cannot live with such low resolution, if you don't like this plastic toy, if you want, like, because a lot of people in the comments say, oh, I wish it has 1-inch image sensor, I wish it has at least 10 megapixels. I'm like, why don't you just get another camera? Why do you want this to have a 10 megapixels? It doesn't make sense, right? There's so many cameras out there with more megapixels, more dynamic range, more resolution, more capabilities. Why do you want this? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's like, this is so cheap, $29. And somebody say, oh, I'll gladly pay $100 for a bigger sensor and bigger resolution. Like, wow, good luck, man. This is year 2025, not 1995. So anyway, I just thought it was quite strange that the Kodak Charmera, or I don't even know how to pronounce it, right? Is it Charmera? It was camera, right? Camera, charm and camera, so it's Charmera or Charmera. I don't know, it's a chimera or something, like Charmera, right? So I just call it Charmera. I don't think there's right and wrong in this, but if I'm wrong, someone please correct me. So I just call it Charmera. I thought focusing on the word charm, because yeah, the camera is quite charming in a lot of ways. It's not going to give you good results, I'm not going to lie. The photos look like crap. That's the truth, yes. But that's lo-fi, right? That's like... And another thing I want to point out is that some people say, oh, but my HTC phone from 15 years ago shoots better images than this. My webcam, 640 by 480 webcam shoots better images than this. My compact camera, one megapixel compact camera shoots better images than this. But are you sure? Let me ask you, when you have your 2 megapixels or 1 megapixels compact camera, what screen were you looking your images on? Are you using a Full HD screen? Are you using a 4K screen? No! Back then, you're using like 640, 480, 800 by 600 screen. So you have 2 megapixels, it fills the entire screen. It won't look pixelated, right? It's like full size, right? And if you have 1.6 megapixels, which is like 1080 at the width, if you're looking using this 1.6 megapixels, if you load these images on 640 and 480 monitors, CRT monitor back then, your image will look so sharp. It will look so sharp, right? So a lot of people remember, they have this memory that, oh, last time when I used my phone, the earlier days of smartphone, when I used my 2 megapixels, 3 megapixels camera or 1 megapixels camera, the images look so good. Trust me, you take those cameras now, take some photographs, load it on your latest screen, your 32-inch or 40-inch screen. Either it's Full HD, I think Full HD is quite minimal these days, or Quad HD or even 4K screen, and really look at your images from those cameras. Trust me, it's just as crap as this Kodak Charmera. Not better, not worse, just the same. The resolution does not lie. It's your viewing medium that determines whether the images look good or not. If you want this Kodak Charmera to look as good as the images you've seen from your old cameras, then why don't you dig up your old CRT screen, 640, 480, and load these images there? I'm sure you'll be like, wow, this is so sharp. Yeah, there you go. So anyways, yeah, I think I've said enough already. So the open question is like, you know, I'm just throwing things out. And of course, another reason I forgot to mention why it's so successful, why it's sold out immediately, is that everyone in the world, right, is Kodak. It has the word Kodak there, right, the brand Kodak. And it invokes nostalgia, right? It's just the brand itself. And, you know, I think there's certain emotion attached to that brand. It's been part of a lot of people's lives and memories. A lot of people have taken photographs on Kodak films. And now suddenly they release something Kodak, although this doesn't pretend to be a film camera. It is just a toy digital camera. Like I said, it doesn't pretend to be anything else. It's just the name itself, right? And the design itself is pretty cool. Another fun fact. While this Kodak Charmera has like a blind box concept, right? You have to buy the camera. If you don't buy the entire set, you can choose to buy the full set and get every single design. I think 6 or 7 of them. But you can also buy single boxes. But if you buy the single boxes, it's a blind box concept. And because of the blind box concept, you don't know what design you're going to end up with. So the unboxing is quite an interesting experience. But the current long form content on YouTube, the reviews or unboxing or whatever on YouTube, there are 3 that I can track only now, and it's been a few weeks after the launch of this Charmera. There are only 3 or 4 long-form content, right? I think 2 were done by the same channel, and it's all about these 3. I think there were 4. 1 is a different design, but 3 of them has this exact same design, which is interesting. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be random, but how come the one from Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore are exactly the same? So that's like a really interesting coincidence. So anyways, I'm throwing the question out, like, why do you guys think that this camera is so popular? What are the reasons that the camera sells so well everywhere in the world? Maybe a lot of these people who bought it, they are not photographers, I think. They are just people who just want a toy, a keychain that is overpriced, and just take some crappy photographs. Or is there any other reasons that I am not aware of? Please feel free to share your thoughts. And before I get back to the chat, let me just drink some coffee. Coffee. Okay, as usual, I'll go to members chat first. Let's see. Andrew says, you borrowed the camera from Rippy since KLPF. Yeah, you remember, right? Yeah. Did I take it from him since KLPF? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so it's been a month, more than a month now. Yeah. Rippy says, but your Charmera video has much more views than your Ricoh GR4. So more than the Ricoh. So the views did not come because we have access to our analytics, right? The insight on our viewership, like who comes to our channel, whether they are from the subscribers base, the pool of subscribers, or people from outside. So the numbers of subscribers watching the video is only less than 10%, or maybe even just more than 5%, less than 10%. It's around there. Let's just say 10%. Let's just stick with one number, easy, right? Only 10% of the total view. Let's say now we have 25,000 views, if I'm not wrong. Let's say we have 25,000 views, right? There's only about 2,000 plus people watching. They're actually my subscribers. The rest are not my subscribers. That's the metric that I got. Usually it's about 50-50 or subscribers more, at least 50% are from my subscribers. Now it's down to like just 10%. That's a miserable number. I understand people are not interested in the toy camera, but hey, like the message in the video is very clear, right? It's not just about the camera, it's about photography. It's about having fun. And apparently people associate fun with the sharpest lens. People associate fun with more megapixels. People associate fun with like, my Micro Four Thirds is better than full frame. I don't know, because that's the kind of content that everyone wants to watch. So, yeah. Andrew says, it's just nice to hear the name Kodak trending again after the Ricoh GR4. Yeah, Ricoh is Ricoh. Ricoh has its own market. I have a super chat. Let me see this. Hey, Space Lord, thank you for the super chat. It looks like a chocolate bar. What does it taste like? Well, it looks like the old single-use 110 film camera, right? The Kodak Fling. If you search the old image, it's like the Kodak Fling, right? Yeah. Andrew says, talking about expensive keychains, I'd rather have a functional Kodak Charmera rather than a $1,000 ringgit LV keychain mix. No, I think it's a very different market, right? You can't really compare. And I find the camera very adorable. It's not so much about image quality, but the fun experience. Yeah, it's all about the fun, right? And something that a lot of people have forgotten along the way of being so much drowned in technical obsession, like gear acquisition syndrome, trying to get latest and greatest and everything. Pixel peeps so much, you know. And yeah, measure baiting, right? That's the word I haven't used for a long time. I used to type it a lot. But saying it out loud is different. Measure baiting. So yeah. Skylar says, hi from Tokyo, Robin. Hey Skylar, nice to see you here. Who's Rafin says, pretty sad when Kodak is selling compact digital cameras better than OMD solutions. We don't have the actual numbers. While it is being sold out, it could be just 1,000 units worldwide or 10,000 units worldwide, or, you know, and it is a cheap product. So the profit that they get from this camera is not a lot. Though the margin may be high, this thing may just cost like, you know, $3 to make, right? And they sell it like $29. So there's a margin. But in terms of total revenue they can get, like what they can rake in, it's not that much. It's only a $29 product, right? So yeah, I wouldn't say that they're doing better than OM Digital Solutions. Yeah. Lucas says, do they use a lot of monosodium glutamate on food in Malaysia? I think they do, and I don't mind. It's been proven that MSG is safe. There were rumors about how MSG can cause all kinds of illnesses and health problems, and those claims have been debunked. MSG is perfectly safe to be used. Yeah. Jack says, bring back memories of smells and flavors. Okay. Number 6 says, Robin, you look like a fighter. Oh, yeah, repeat yourself. Okay, no worries. Jet says, I remember Robin's review of the LX100. Yes. Cookie says, I'm looking at the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 for action camera. Let's do this. Well, if you need an action camera, I think it's a very good option for you to have. Yeah, he was asking about specifically cameras, I think. I think it was this message that he asked, right? Where was it? Let me see. He said camera. So this was the message you're asking. I was wondering why you never reviewed camera from Lumix. So lenses, I have even more. I have reviewed like, I have 14 f2.5, 9 f1.7, 100 to 300, 14 to 140, 20 f1.7, yes, 25 1.7, 25 1.4, 42.5 1.2. What else? Like I can easily name more than 10 Panasonic lenses that I've used and reviewed. 12 to 60, f2.8 to f4. What other lenses I've used from Panasonic? I can't remember all of them. Like, I don't know. People only see me do Olympus products because for the longest time, I was the Olympus ambassador. That's not wrong. But even when I was the ambassador, I also write about other products, like Panasonic products. And there's nothing wrong about that. I've checked with the people from Olympus. They are fine with me doing that because they don't see Panasonic as the competitor. They are technically business partners or brothers or, like collaborators, right? They're using the same mounts. So if Panasonic sell more cameras and lenses, it's only beneficial for Olympus. So they are together for the whole system format, right? So yeah. See if members chat. Nope. Okay, let's continue with the chat. Rupert says, just got the 714. Okay. 714 is the lens that if I were to review, I had the lens before, it will be mostly negative, unfortunately. So much purple fringing, very soft corners. f4 is not really bright enough for a lot of things that I need to do. Distortion isn't great. And there's just a lot of wrong things about that lens. And image quality, there's nothing to shout about. So yeah, that's one lens that it will be mostly negatives. That's why I decided not to do the review of that lens. Yeah. 8 stone. Wow, how much is 8 stone? I don't even know what 8 stone is. 8 stone in kilograms. 50 kilograms. That's light. You're half of my weight. Gerald says, bro, I've been the short fat kid and the tall skinny kid. Both suck. That's why I've made the gym part of my daily as well. Totally understand you. Yeah, like, I think it's not easy being the, being the skinny guy who is not really good in anything, any sports. Like, I can't play any sports really well. I'm always the slowest and not the strongest. So yeah, it kind of sucks, hey. And it really destroys your self-esteem. So yeah, of course, back then, I don't have a choice. My family is poor, so I can't just ask for more food and go to the gym, right? Gym is not free to pay for membership and everything. Now that I can make decisions for myself as an adult, I can make healthier choices for myself, yeah. Yes, Rupert, let's do this. Lini says, hello from Australia. I really enjoy your energy and honesty. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Uka says, the price of the OM's camera in Japan is almost half price than other region. I'm tempted to buy during my trip. Nice. I guess if you're there and can find some really good deal, why not? I think that will be a steal, right? That will be perfect. George says, I think Charmera is very interesting as an everyday carry and giving it away to all the friends. Yeah, I bought 2 more. It's on pre-order. I think the pre-order will be fulfilled sometime in November. So I bought 2 more, just getting ready as maybe a Christmas gift for some friends, right? And maybe I'll just keep it for myself. Why not? One friend actually, told me that, Robin, this is just a one-time thing. You're just going to go out and do a content one time. You're not going to do anything with it again. I'm like, no. When he said that, I already made plans to shoot another session, which was this morning. And I'll share the photographs later, during the photo sharing. So I'm not like a one-time thing. And every camera that I have is never a one-time. Even when I borrow a camera from a friend, like I borrowed the camera from Ritpi, Rajendra Putra, I went out 3 times already with that camera. So it's never a one-time thing for me, right? So yeah. You get OM3 for 1,001. Is that cheap? Is that expensive? I have no idea. George says, and Charmera is good intro camera for kids. I'm having so much fun. Like, I don't want to give it to kids. I want to use it myself because it's genuinely so fun, right? Like, why want to give it? No, I want to keep it. Jack says, I come here for your photography. Thank you so much, Jack. I really appreciate that. I'm just ranting out loud, so please forgive me. Like, sometimes it's frustrating, right? Like, when I make a content with the message that I want to be honest, to say, it just doesn't do well. Like, people don't care. And it's just frustrating because these messages are more important than, gear reviews or like chasing latest and greatest, obsessing about technical perfection, right? So, yeah. Vermi says, join the waiting list at London Camera Exchange, waiting impatiently to see if it ever comes back in stock. It will come back sometime, I think, depending on which region. October was the one that was promised to one of the camera dealers in Malaysia. I'm not sure if it's the same everywhere else in the world. But if you pre-order from the website directly, the official website, the promised date shipment will be by 31st of October. So you're going to get it sometime the first or second week of November if you pre-order now and the pre-order is open, right? So yeah. This side to a screen says people will buy something that is limited and collectible, but it's not limited, right? They didn't say it's limited edition. It's like it's mass produced, right? It's like gambling to get all the cameras unless you buy the box set. Yeah. And even if you buy the entire box, a lot of people can afford that. So I don't think there's any like limited edition or collector's item quality or value to it. It's just a normal product. It's only $29. It's not like asking for $9.99 or $5.99, right? It's $29. So if it's truly a collector's item, it will be a lot more expensive, right? And a funny story, like I went to the web official product page. You know, so this keychain camera that has a lens, an image sensor, and a LCD screen, right? Let me just turn it on. You see that? The Kodak logo. So it has an LCD screen, it has everything, can record video and photo, right? So this camera is selling for $29. You know what else is selling for $29? A film canister. An empty plastic box that has nothing inside, no film inside, but they're selling it for $29. Same price as this. When you look at it that way, it's not that expensive, right? Anyway, yeah, just thought it was quite interesting looking through the official page. George says, we need more new affordable photography focused cameras. I agree. That is something that I have been pushing hard on this channel as well. I've been reminding, generally, shouting it out loud that, hey, OM System and Panasonic, what the hell are you guys doing? Like Micro Four Thirds players, we need entry-level, budget, affordable cameras that's accessible for most people to come in. And yeah, that will be really nice for people to experience Micro Four Thirds and give it a try. It's a good entry point, right? So yeah. Andrew says, luckily, you've just mentioned about the 714. Just saw one last week in the marketplace. Tended to get it, but my gut keeps telling me no. I think as a general lens, it's not bad. Just don't expect like pro level quality, because I've used like Olympus 918 and Olympus 714, which is a pro lens and a lot more expensive. The quality is not the same. It's definitely not the same. Gary says, hello Wolfie, so Wolfie is in the house. Hey Wolfie, how are you? Nice to see you again. Okay, I'll go through a few more chat and then it will start with the photo sharing, yeah? Christopher says, why does anyone buy a bag charm or a keyring charm? You don't need them, but some people just want them. Same with this camera, I suspect. Nobody needs it, but some people simply want it. Yeah, and the fact that it's only $29, anyone can afford it, even in Malaysia, which is technically a low-income country. And it's sold out here everywhere within one day. So, like, the demand is crazy high, right? So, yeah, I guess what you're saying is true. Like, not necessarily photographers buying the camera or you need it for any reason. You just want it and you can afford it, right? Rupert says, 20 years ago, my girlfriend got a mini Sony camera that size. Really? There's a Sony camera this size? Are you sure? Okay, I gotta find that camera. I've never seen a camera that small. George says, I don't know. This would be nice to have when going on a run and not carrying a phone. Yeah, it just fits into the pocket, right? And you don't mind it being bouncing around. It's just a plastic thing. You don't really care. If it breaks, if it dies, it's only $29. Like, you're not going to cry and lose sleep over this, right? So that's the beauty of it. C. Prash says, hey Robin, Prashana here from Midlifers. Hello, nice to see you. I saw your video, two of the videos that you did on the Charmera. So Prashana did a video on the Midlifers channel. Let me just find the channel, yeah, for you guys. Okay. Give me a moment. Just give a quick shout out to a fellow creator. Which one should I choose? Your unboxing or your street photography one? I think the street photography one, right? That was more fun. Why can't I find it? Come on, search. Search is not doing its thing. Charmera. Sometimes this YouTube search is just giving me headaches. Come on. I found your channel already. Okay, there it is. So, Midlifers, the channel, they also had Let me see. Let me just get this correct. Okay. Midlifers Charmera video. So guys, please check out this video if not done so. There's another creator from Singapore who did this, and I thought it was very well done. Right, let me just put this up here. So yeah, check it out. And the cool thing is we both have the same design. Like, what a coincidence, right? It's supposed to be blind box, and there's another content from Thailand which has the exact same design as this, which is pretty cool. So yeah, very nice to see you here, Prashana. Where's the message? Very nice to see you. Let me just finish reading your content. Not sure if you saw. Yes, I did see your review. I just posted it up for everyone to see. I think the name is a play on the words big charm and camera. Yeah, that's why I thought like Charmera or Charmera. I mean, I don't really care. No one came out and defined how it's being pronounced, right? It's pretty much like bokeh or bokeh, you know. And well, technically the right way to say that word is bokeh. There's like technical papers to describe how do you actually pronounce the word. It's a Japanese word, bokeh, but a lot of people say boka or boka, right? So yeah. This side to the screen says, I just astounded by the marketing goodwill people still have with Kodak. It proves a product can be incorporated into many cultures over the world. Yeah, it's like the old marketing is still in people's brain, right? Like from decades ago, like people still remember those magical moments with Kodak, right? And yeah, it triggers the memory. That makes them want to buy the product. And I mean, I don't blame them. This has been decades. Kodak dominated the film market for decades and decades, right? So yeah. Prashana says, I also think this camera is not intended for us, and I do feel our viewers mostly were not fellow photography hobbyist viewers. The majority of viewers seem to be casual shooters. Yeah, it's just a fun camera. I'm just ranting, Prashana. Don't take me too seriously. It's just like, yeah, when I try to send a good message, an important message, like nobody cares. So this is just me complaining here. This side to our screen says, I would be curious how many photographers are buying Charmeras over non-photographic consumers. We never know, right? Unless someone did an actual survey and asked questionnaires and actually like count the numbers. We never know until that happens, right? Uka says, which lenses between the 17 and 25 from I should get? I remember you said that you didn't like the 17. I have a video to compare. Let me just find. Yeah. I can't tell you which lens, Uka, because both lenses give you different focal length, different coverage, and you need to ask yourself which one is the one that you feel more comfortable with. So I have this video, quite recent. I think I did it. Oh, this is 5 years ago. I think I have a more recent one. This was 17, 25, 45. Do I have a more recent one? Okay, 17 versus 25. That's Peter Forsgard. That's not me. Never mind. This is a five years old video, but I think it's still valid. Whatever I don't really change my mind a lot. Whatever I said many years ago, it's still valid now. So yeah. So Olympus 17mm versus 25mm versus 45mm. So there's this video I did. Please watch it later. In summary, I use all three lenses and I use them for different purposes. And the reason I don't like the 17 is not so much of the lens. Yes, the lens is not the sharpest. It's not the best of Micro Four Thirds lenses, but because I don't like 35mm focal length. That's me. I have preference for 50 equivalent or something wider like 28, which is in the Ricoh GR4. So I can shoot a bit wider, 28, 24. I can shoot a bit longer, 50, 85. But in between at 35, 40, that's the blind spot for me. I don't feel comfortable composing using that focal length. It's neither here nor there for me. It's not wide enough for the wide angle shots I want to take. It's not long enough for a little bit of tighter shots that I want to frame. It's like, and the shots that I get from 35mm focal length is just, all of them just look very boring, very flat, unflattering, and there's nothing special in them. I've tried to love that lens. I bought Canon 35f2, I bought Fuji X100, the original, I bought X100 F, I think. Yeah, and I have even a 35f f2 lens for my Nikon D600 DSLR. So I've tried to love it. I've given it a lot of chance. I've come to a conclusion that I just don't like that focal length. That's just me. But if you are someone that really loves 35, then 17-1.8 is one of the best options you have for Micro Four Thirds. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Andrew says, oh well, we don't need a Labubu, but the general public still pay high bucks for it. Well, there's the latest news, right? Labubu, someone lost how much money? Labubu lost. Let's see. PopMart founder Wang Ning's net worth dropped 6 billion. Yeah, there you go. Have you seen 15 September? It's just a trend, right? So it's gone. Yeah. So yeah, it's good while it lasted, but it's only good then, right? Andrew says the one that comes very close in size with Kodak Charmera is the Sony U20, which is kind of like a keychain-ish. Very high demand now, and rarely could find one in a working condition. Yeah, it's too old, right? I mean, electronic products, they don't last forever. Gigi Walaf says this show on Amazon UK is unavailable. Oh, okay. I guess you can just order from the website directly. They're shipped to UK. The official product page. The official product page. Zoltan says, hi Robin, good evening. Hey Zoltan, how are you? From Maryland, and I'm cooking and listening to you. Hello everyone, let's do this. Wow, what are you cooking, Zoltan? Share with everyone. Hey Wolfie, how are you? Jet says, I'd like to see more retro digital cameras like the full frame version of the Yashica T4. Yeah, but the Yashica is just using like a tiny compact camera sensor, right? It's just so tiny, it's almost useless. Don says, we need an EM10 update, maybe targeted for vlogging purpose. Yep, we've mentioned this already, like several videos ago. I don't think we should repeat this again in this particular live stream because we want to narrow down the topic, or else we'll start talking about film cameras. Then we'll start talking about, I don't know, cars or spaceships or aliens or I don't know. Right, so I gotta stay on topic. So yeah, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong, Don. I agree that EM10 needs an update. We've talked about this several times in live streams, even my other videos as well. So yeah, let's not dive away too far from the topic. Who says, and I bought the Pentax Q. I thought the Pentax Q was a keychain camera. I have the Pentax Q. Yeah, so yeah, they marketed it as like keychain, right? There's a lady's finger holding the key ring, and then which is attached to the Pentax Q, right? Yeah, that was fun. Rupert says, grey market OM3 half price, wish it was black. Oh, it means you bought it from grey market and there's no warranty support, right? Which is bad. Yeah. Well, it depends on how confident you are in the camera. I mean, if you're confident that within a few years nothing will happen, 1 or 2 years, then just go for it. Christoph says, hi Robin, this camera looks like a toy bus. It's designed based on the original Kodak Fling, right? The original box, or the 110 single-use camera. So, yeah. Prashana says, thanks for the share and shout out, Robin. Appreciate it. No worries, no worries. You guys did a fantastic job. And yeah, please keep doing whatever you guys are doing. We'd love to see more content from hey, neighbor, Singaporeans. Hey, we gotta support each other. Hey. So yeah, I gotta see more, content from our region rather than it's being overflooded by, people. I'm nothing against Americans or people from UK or Europeans. Hey, I want to see more content from our region, right? It'll be so cool. So yeah, please continue making more content. Zach says, hello everyone. Hey Zach, how are you? Nice to see you here. Rippy says, I wish it wasn't a blind box. You got a nice one, Robin. I hope I don't get the blue one. It's ugly. The 1987 one looks the best. Now, Rippy, if you buy one, I'll tell you what. If you get a blue one, I'll exchange it with you. How does that sound? Right? So yeah, I'll make you a deal. If you get a blue one, I'll take the blue one. You can have mine. Yeah, I know the blue one isn't really that great, but yeah. Iris says, Rippy, yeah, I told Robbie I didn't want the blue and black one. I don't mind the design at all, so yeah, I'm really okay with that. So yeah, let me just go through a few more chats, and then we'll go to the photo sharing. Jet says, I had one of these Sony mini digital cameras back about 2005, Sony Cybershot U10, 1.3 megapixels. Now it's $130 online use. Wow, that's really expensive. David says, hey Robin, can you sleep well after drinking coffee? I'm okay, as long as I'm physically and mentally tired enough. If I'm really exhausted, and today has been really it's been a long day. Woke up really early in the morning. We had a morning shoot, which I'll show some photographs later, and rushed back home to take a shower, unload the photographs, and I went to a Xiaomi event. Xiaomi just launched the latest phone, the Xiaomi 15T series. And then after the event, we had dinner. And after dinner, I rushed back for this live stream. So it's been a long day. I will not have any problem sleeping, trust me. Okay, just one more comment and then one more chat, and we'll go to the photo sharing. Zach says, this Charmera looks like so much fun, but everyone is... So yeah, it's sold everywhere, right? That's why I'm making this live stream, to talk about why it's being sold everywhere. Like, what are the reasons that the camera is so popular, right? And it's not like there's a lot of trending YouTubers or high-profile YouTubers pushing it, or big-time gadget reviewers with millions of followers doing the reviews, right? All the reviews out there are made by small channels like myself, as well as Midlifers from Singapore, who is also now watching in the chat section as well. So yeah, so without the hype, right, it was still selling so well, which is pretty cool. All right, I'll pause on the chat. Don't worry, I'll still get to every single chat. I'll just pause it here because I want to share some photographs. But before that, let me hydrate myself. Gotta stay hydrated since I've been out whole day and sweating so much. This morning I was under the hot sun having a shoot. Water. And more coffee. Okay, so where were we? We were at Laksa, right? So this morning, I went out, of course, with... I was testing an old lens, right? I will not tell you what that old lens is. I'm not sharing the photographs yet. I'm making a video about the test on the old lens. The video will be out a few weeks later or 1 or 2 months later. I haven't even made the video. I was just shooting with that old lens, and I was shooting portraits, and we engaged a local model. Her name is Lily. If you have been to this channel before, you have seen some of my previous portrait works, you must have come across Lily. She's an amazing person, very nice to work with. In between shots, because my main camera and lens is to test that old lens, right? That's the main gear for the day. But in between shots, whenever I feel like fun, I'll whip out this Kodak Charmera and grab some shots of Lily using this. And this time I shot everything in black and white. So there you go. There, that's Lily. Bear in mind, this is not straight out of camera, yeah? So this time, so whatever you saw on Monday's video, that's straight out of camera. No crop, no editing. I didn't adjust the brightness or the colors, whatever. Everything is straight out of camera. That's on Monday's video. But for this particular series of portraits of Lily, shot with this Charmera, they were not straight out of camera. I'll tell you what I did to these images. Number one, I added contrast. So you can see the whites are more white, the blacks are more black. The original black and white is a bit flatter. And number two, I added film grain, like really coarse and harsh film grain. Like if you go, let me just try to see if I can see this. If you see this image in full screen, if you enable full screen, you can see that, yeah, there's a lot of grain going on, and the grain it's not natural. It's not from the original straight out of a camera. The original image, the reason why I added grain was very simple. The original image looks very washed out. It looks very smeared. There's heavy noise reduction going on. It just smoothens the whole image, right? It looks like plastic. So the antidote to that, at least for me, I thought a good solution to that is to add digital grain. So this grain is added digitally. I use Capture One software. So this very coarse grain to make it look less smooth. I don't want the smoothness. I don't want the plastic look, right? The smearing of details and everything. So now, yes, it's not smooth. You have grain, but I don't care. If you followed me for a while, you know that I'm not afraid of noise. I'm not afraid of grain. I'm fine with grain. In this case, I believe the grain made the photograph look better, right? So that's one. And even like after you put the grain, and you blow out the image, right? It looks better rather than the smeared details and everything. So yeah, this is Lily. We were shooting her in the morning. I was hoping for harsher light. You know, like the harsh morning directional light, so I can do like highlight and shadow play. I can't because it was cloudy. Things that we photographers cannot control. But I'll just grab whatever shots that I can. And when I was testing that lens, the other gear that I was using, that old lens, that's fine. I don't really need like very, very harsh light. I just thought the harsh light will create like really deep shadows and, you know, like make the background turn to black, that kind of thing. That will be so nice. But no, we don't have that luck this morning. Yeah, just a different pose from the same composition. Right, Lily is so nice. She's such a joy to work with. And I've been shooting her for several times already. She has always been very cooperative and she knows how to pose. It's just so easy to work with her. Yeah, so grab a random chair, set her down in the middle of nowhere, just a random pose. Of course, like, you know, we when we shoot portraits, we think about bokeh, right? We want background blur. We talk about we want nice skin tone. We don't want like overblown highlights and everything. We talk about dynamic range and everything. You know, skin tone and everything. Like for this case, low resolution, black and white, full grain. Like don't care about everything else. It's just flat, right? it's fun because it's from this keychain, right? Keychain Charmera. So yeah, and yeah, this different location. Still in Bukit Bintang area, but not Jalan Alor anymore. Earlier was Jalan Alor. Yeah, just a different pose, right? Yeah. So you can see that I did not get my horizon right. Because the screen is so small and there's no like lines or guides. And that's one of my weaknesses when I take photographs. All my photographs are always off balance. It's not always level. That's my problem. If I use the viewfinder or LCD screen, it's exactly the same. Everything will be off. Like I don't know why. That's my problem. But with the line, I usually can get it quite straight. Yeah. So in this case, like if I can see like one line in the middle, like this particular photograph, it's easier for me to get it straight. If there's no line there, it will be very, very, very hard. So just get some cool reflection shots. You know, we're in the city. A lot of buildings have glass, so just get some cool reflection shots. Yeah, full body reflection. Lily, this is just outside Star Hill Gallery, one of the shopping malls in Kuala Lumpur near Pavilion. It's all in Bukit Bintang. Right. We were inside a cafe. We've done with our shoot already. We just went in and have some. I had coffee and then she had tea. So yeah, another friend was with us. He had coffee as well. So window light is always great for portraits. I always take advantage of window light. It's a large source of light coming directional from the side. It always looks very flattering on portraits, whether you want to do it in black and white or color. It always looks really, really, really nice. Yeah, another window light kind of shot. Right. Yeah. Again, if you just joined, let me just be honest with you guys. This is not straight out of camera. I have massaged the image a little bit. So I've added contrast. I played with the curve a little bit, highlight and shadow. And I also added fake grain or, you know, like those coarse grain. They don't look like film. I'm not going to pretend this is film-like. No. I'm just going to say the reason I added the film is to counterbalance the smearing of details, because the original images, 1.6 megapixels images, is so smudged. It looks very soft. It's plasticky, and to a point where there's no details, right? It's a lot of smearing everywhere. It's just smooth. It doesn't look real. It looks like there's a lot of it's just a very bad noise reduction being applied to the whole image. So to counter that, I added grain to make it look a bit more granular, to make it look a little bit more, organic is not the right word. It still looks digital, but at least it doesn't look so plastic to begin with, right? So yeah, some full body shots, same location, same spot, right? Different pose. Yeah, she's such a joy to work with. Like, she will see that you click the shutter button and then she'll change position already. And if you're not happy with it, you can direct her. If you're happy, you just clicking and clicking and clicking. It's such a joy to work with it. If you have a very talented model, yeah. And like, if you look like all these photographs, obviously it's not me. The model is doing the heavy lifting, and there's no settings in this camera that I can do. Technically, you can't change the shutter speed, you can't change the ISO, aperture. All you can do is just click the shutter button, and that's it, right? You don't get bokeh, you don't have any sharpness or whatever. All the images is just straight out of camera. So yeah, this is the last image already of her. This is still at Jalan Alor, a full body shot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the short series. I have another series of images to share a little bit later, which is not taken from this Kodak Charmera. It's taken from like a proper camera, right? So that will be a little bit later, but I want to get to the chat first. I hope you guys enjoyed this black and white portraits of Lily that I shot with this Kodak Charmera in black and white. I added some grain to it. I hope it doesn't look too bad. All right, let me just get to the chat. And before that, I think it's good to remind everyone that I have enabled membership on this channel. For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can support me and you get some really cool perks in return. You have early access to all my videos. You can watch my video 24 hours before everyone else. We have members only live streams once per month, and The next members only live stream will be next month. Tomorrow night I have a shoot, so I can't make members only live stream tomorrow night. So it will be postponed to next week, which will be next month already. Technically, it's about 1 month from the previous members only live stream because we were a bit delayed. I was away. My mom passed away in July and everything, so everything got pushed. Timing was a little bit off. So if we were to count 1 month from the previous members only live stream, it will be next week. So it'll be next Friday, members only live stream, right? And if you comment on my new or old videos, I'll prioritize my comments to members first. Much like here in this particular live stream, if you have a chat, if you're a member, I will definitely reply to you first before everyone else. And there are old videos that I've taken down, old videos that are not performing well, because I don't want YouTube algorithm to think that these videos contribute to the low performance of the channel, so I took them down. But I made them available for members only. You can have full access to them. These videos include tips and tricks on composition, framing, black and white photography, and also how to get sharp images doing macro, a lot of POV street shooting stuff. If you want full access to these videos, please join as a member. There are other ways to support me if you don't want to join as a member. You can buy me a cup of coffee using this link up here, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal, or you can buy from my affiliate links from Amazon or B&H. All links in the description below. So any support goes a long way, will definitely help me to go out to create more content and share with you guys, right? Whether it's photography tips or gear reviews or generally just shooting, sharing new photographs, you will definitely help me a lot. And yeah, to those who have contributed and to those who have helped me so much along the way, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I always say this, without you guys, there's no Robin Wong. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. All right, more coffee and then get back to the chat. Okay, see if there's any members chat. I think we have. Rippy says, there's a keychain camera from Canon, the Canon IV Rec, lousy image quality as well. Really? I have no idea about that. Canon IV Rec. Let me see what it is. Images. Oh, that's pretty, but that's huge. My goodness, that is massive. The Kodak is like half of the size, right? That's massive. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's get to the non-members chat. Luca says, do you have any idea about the next launch of Pentax? Does anyone care? Sorry. Do they still exist? Yeah, of course they still exist. Just that I think they don't play the game. They don't care what the industry is doing. They just do their own things, which in a way is pretty cool. They are not pressured by whatever the peers are producing in the market, right? Just be in their own lane, mind their own business. So because of that, who knows what they are doing, right? Nobody knows. Ruby says, for that price, I will get one just for the hell of it. It won't compare to the tiniest of the cameras like Pentax Q or GM101J. Of course not. These are actual cameras with autofocus, with real aperture, with shutter. You can use flash, and like decent image quality, right? This is just a toy camera. At least it doesn't pretend to be something else like the Fuji X Half, which pretends to be half frame camera or mimics the joy or the charm of half frame, but fails miserably at doing that. It is like a middle of nowhere, and it's just a horrible camera, and it's not even fun to use. The camera is so slow and so sluggish. Image quality is just crap. So yeah. Rupert says, 12mm, 7 artisans? Why? What about that lens, Rupert? Why are you asking about that lens? Zach says, another hugely popular camera is the Cam Snap. They just released a pro version for $99 US. Crazy. Cam Snap Pro. Okay, no. Wrong. Okay, Pro. Let's see images. That's huge. That's massive. I don't want a camera that huge. If I were to use something that big, it's not a toy camera anymore. I'd rather use I think my GM1 is smaller than that camera. My Nikon 1 is smaller than that camera. Pentax Q is smaller than that camera. No, that's massive. That's not a toy camera. Yeah. It's like a real camera, but it takes toy camera quality, right? Yeah. Fortes says, so it seems that all OM Digital Solutions needs to do if they want to compete with Ricoh, Fuji, or Kodak Charmera is to make sure it is in stock. But then again, Charmera it's out of stock everywhere. It's sold everywhere. But it's not like there's no more stock, right? And the restock is very fast. So we were promised in the local dealer in Malaysia, the restock is in October. And if you pre-order online, you're gonna get, like, now, if you buy online, you're gonna get your stock, it'll be delivered to you by early November. I mean, it's reasonable considering how high in demand the camera is. It's not like Fuji, you gotta wait like half a year to get an X100 Mark VI, right? Or like a Q, you wanna wait 1 year or 9 months to get a Q3 or 43 or something, right? So yeah. Yumi says, hi Robin, hi everyone, let's use our old cameras for lo-fi. Yes, why not? If you have an old camera lying around, use it. But then again, if your camera has like 8 megapixels, 10 megapixels, that's not really lo-fi, because 8 megapixels and 10 megapixels is sufficient to fill the entire Full HD screen with a lot of pixels to spare. And if you have a 4K screen, like 10 megapixels is more than enough for a 4K screen. So it's not really lo-fi, because resolution-wise, it's like more than sufficient. If you want really lo-fi, you gotta go for like 1 megapixels or 2 megapixels. That will be lo-fi, right? Kang says, hi Robin, hey Kang, how are you? Sony toy? Yeah, no idea about that. David says, all for companies producing cheaper products. My cheap EM10 Mark III allowed me to buy prime lenses like 15 1.7 and 25 1.8, and just recently got the 40-150 f4 Pro, hoping for the EM10 Mark V. I think this will be a separate discussion, which we've done a lot recently. But I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. Definitely, I think OM Digital Solutions or Panasonic should come up with entry-level cameras that's more affordable and anyone can buy without thinking too much. Because now all the cameras that they launch is $2,000 and above, and you know nobody can afford those kind of heavy price tag, right? Even the OM5 Mark II is not that cheap; it's above $1,000. We need something like $799 or $899, which is like targeting the entry level, more affordable for everyone. So yeah, definitely, I agree with you. But yeah, let's not dive too deep into this because that's not the main discussion for tonight. Ruby says, Robin, have you talked about the new 50-200 Pro? I did a live stream. When was it? Yeah, of course I can't talk about it because I don't have the lens yet. When was the last stream? Let me see. Live. There. Share. There you go. You can rewatch this live stream if you have not. OM System 50-200 Pro live stream. There you go, Woofy. If you haven't watched that, please check it out. All right. And Andrew says, fun fact, my friend told me if you connect the Kodak Charmera to a laptop, it becomes a webcam. I've yet to try it though. Oh, it does. That's useful. But then again, the quality is meh. Like I'm using a Surface Go 2, Microsoft Surface Go 2. And the webcam quality is actually pretty amazing. I've considered a few times doing my live streams just by using the laptop's webcam. Because it's so good. It's good enough, you know, like on the go, right? If I'm not here in my room with this setup, let's say I'm traveling somewhere, if I have a decent internet connection, like why not? I can just go live stream anywhere, and you know, and I just bring these LED lights because they're so tiny, right? There's portable I can pack in my bag, and I'm good to go and go live anywhere I go, like from a hotel room or something. So there you go, yeah. Luffy says, I can't find the official website for Charmera. Okay, Charmera, let's see. There you go. Copy. Kodak Charmera. Did I spell it right? Official product page. Here it is, Wolfie. If you haven't found the page yet, hopefully this helps. Mika says, the Charmera has more megapixels than my first digital camera. It only had 1.3 megapixels and used smart media for storage. Yeah. And this uses a micro SD card, which is like, to keep things really small and simple, right? And it has USB-C. Like, come on, even OM system only recently added USB-C in the OM5 Mark II, right? And this already has a USB-C. Like, come on. Props to that. Yeah. Zach says, someone here sold an EM10 Mark II with 1442, 2545 for only $50 US. That's really cheap. His roommate left it behind. He wanted to get rid of it. Missed the sale by only a few hours yesterday. I'm very sad. Wow. That is a steal. My goodness. That is a steal. That is crazy. Well, since it's been a while, I'm just going to throw this out there. I managed to buy an EP3. Very good condition. 75-300 Mark II. 60 macro lens. FL600R flash. An Elgato 4K capture card, and some other accessories, right? So let me recap. EP3, 75-300 Mark II, 60mm macro, Olympus 60mm macro, FL600R flash, and Elgato 4K capture card. All of that for less than $200 US. That card, the Elgato card, new, costs almost $200. Just that card alone. And it's like, even the used 60 macro costs more than $200, right? I'm like, wow, what a steal. I thought it was a scam. And this happened like more than a year, maybe 2 years ago. So I contacted the seller and said, hey, like, can we meet? He said, yeah, when do you want to meet? I'm free now. I was like, okay. And I met the person. I looked at all the things. It was legit. So I just paid like less than $200 for all of that. So yeah, that story of, how lucky we can get when we buy gear, right, in the used market. So yeah. Andrew says, I don't mind Kodak making a Series 2 of the Charmera with new designs. I'm sure with the success of this Charmera 1, there will be Charmera Mark II. Which says, I was lucky to notice on MPB a used Panasonic 25 1.7. Yeah, the focus shift problem, but for £50, because it said it had stuck aperture wide open, has humidity inside. Wow. So it's stuck at f1.7 all the way? Okay. Hopefully you're not shooting at anything too bright though. Rupert says, your light and wildlife is great. Wildlife? I don't shoot wildlife. Really? Rupert? I just showed portraits, right? Series of lily portraits. How can that become wildlife? Like, these are not wildlife shots. So anyway. Goofy says, I snag it thinking I can use some silica bags in the case with the lens for a few days to dry it out and don't mind shooting only at f1.7. Okay, yesterday I tested it and it's perfect. Nice. Perfect. Alright. No stuck aperture. I see no humidity inside the lens. For just £50 now I can shoot the EM1 in low light at night with this winter along the Nikon Z6, of course. Perfect. Yeah, yum for the laksa, right? The first image looks like a newspaper article image. I do like it in a limited quantity, of course. I think you're referring to the photos here, right? And yeah, the grain was added so that it doesn't look so plastic. But then again, it's not the best representation. I know when you buy this camera, you're not buying it for image quality, right? It's a toy camera. It is what it is. Thanks. I love black and white as well. Which says, when I edit my images in black and white, I do seem to prefer to add grain instead of having a very clean black and white image. Yeah. Zach says, using Lily to test a camera is useless. The photos will always come out looking great. Use me as a model next time. Or you can come to Kuala Lumpur. I'll gladly shoot you. If people can keep their lunch down, look at my picture, you have a good camera. That's a challenge. Come to Kuala Lumpur, Zach. Alright. Gary says, Lily in the wild. Not wild, it's in the city. Bukit Bintang, that's like CBD of Kuala Lumpur. Gary says, Charmera Mark II in the orange transparent body. I'm petitioning on it. Zach says, in a way, the Charmera captures the essence of photography more than any phone can ever do. I agree. Definitely. I won't say it captures the essence. I would just say that it's just so fun. You just click, and you don't have to think so much, right? It's just so fun. And phone cameras these days, I think you're referring to the technology that they're trying to push, right? So much AI, so much computational photography going on, too much post-processing. The images just look so baked, like overcooked, right? The colors are so HDR-ish and garish, and yeah, there's like so much I don't know, it just doesn't look natural anymore. There's no realism in the image. It just looks like a painting or like, I don't know, a AI rendered image, right? So yeah. Urban Jungle, that's a good one, Gregory. All right, I'm gonna put a pause on the image, and I think you guys, I caught up with all this already. Oh, Rupert says bugs macro. Macro is not really wildlife. I'm just shooting at the garden, like at the park. It's not really like in the wild, right? Like if you go to the wild, like you're shooting like crocodiles or monkeys or, I don't know, tigers, lions, things like that. Okay, anyway, I have a second set of photographs to share. And Rajendra Putra, repeat if you're still here, it's the camera that you loaned me. I think Andrew knows what camera it is. Please don't tell anyone, because I want that to be a surprise for my long form video, which I will launch not so soon, maybe a few weeks or a month or two from now. This is one of the videos that I make, and I put it in the buffer and I'll release it later. Because it's not time sensitive, it's an old camera. So there's this mystery camera that I borrowed from Rippy, Rajendra Putra, and I've shared some images in my members only live stream, some of the earlier images, but I have went out more with the camera. I've gone out more with the camera, and now I have additional photographs to share. So you'll see some familiar images for the members, and there are some newer images that you have not seen before. So here it is. Yeah. So this one you've seen before. This was the Masjid Jame River of Life. There's cleaners doing some maintenance work or cleaning work along the riverbed. All right. It's a cloudy day. The lady sitting under the cube, which is pretty cool. The translation is City, Kuala Lumpur City 2022, 1972 to 2022. I think it's the 50th anniversary of celebration. Yeah, I just find it nice that the lady just sits directly underneath it. It's pretty cool. All right, so it's shot with that camera. And birds flying. This was at Jalan Masjid India, or behind Lorong Tugu Abdul Rahman. Tuanku Abdul Rahman. I always got that wrong. This is birds flying. All right. This is standard street photography. This is not street photography, but I just thought the colors are nice from the window light. Just grab a quick shot from this photograph. Yeah. So Rippy, this is your camera. I've been busy shooting with your camera. And yeah, these are, from here onward, are the newer images that you guys have not seen if you're a member. So this was just shot yesterday. Yesterday I went out with another friend in, again, Bukit Bintang area. Shoot some shots there. This is at a Mamak, a local eatery. And I like this shot because you can see a few layers. Although the background is not completely blurred, you can see what's happening in the background. There's someone eating nasi lemak on the left side, and then there's a guy standing further back. And yeah, it's just, I thought it was pretty nice composition to show the man drinking his morning tea, right? The teh tarik, yeah. And I always like to play with colors, contrasting colors, like the red immediately pops from the green background. So the lady is going into the door. The door is half open. As she goes in, I grab the shot. So I just love how the reds just pop right out. It just jumps at you, right? So just a play of colors. And it's just a typical scene of, I don't know what this guy does. What is he selling here? I just look at the setup. It's like a burger stall, right? But it's just full of stuff that's not supposed to be there. But anyway, so I just thought I'd just grab a shot here, and you know, there's a clock, a fan, some tea pots and everything, and all the plastics and documents and everything all together. I just like all these things. It is what it is. Like, I didn't go in and change anything. I saw it. I just grab a quick shot, and it's a very simple shot. There's nothing artistic about it. There's nothing special about it, but yeah, it's just a simple shot. And sometimes simplicity works the best. You don't overthink, right? Yeah. And for this shot, of course, the lady is selling some kueh in the morning. So what I did was I went lower and used part of the kueh. What do we call kueh in Malay? My goodness, my brain is not working. It's too late already. I've had a long day. So I'm gonna translate kueh in English. Cake? No, it's not cake. Come on. Cakes, cookies, dumplings, pudding, biscuits, pastries. No. It's not cake. It's something else. Anyway, these are deep fried stuff, right? So yeah, I'll just call it kueh for simplicity's sake. Sometimes there's no direct translation for certain words like rambutan, durian. You don't have direct translation. It's just, it is what it is, right? So yeah, this is the kueh. I use the part of the kueh as the foreground to create layers, so you can see something in the front. So there's like multiple layers before you reach the lady at the back. And yeah. And I love this shot. So I was torn between composing just the three men without the Malaysian flag and the Malaysian flag, because if I included the Malaysian flag, the photograph will be out of balance, and I need to step back and include part of the motorcycle, which is not perfect in terms of composition, right? We don't want the motorcycle in front, is distracting, and with the flag in the frame, everything is off center. It's like, and you don't want to crop the flag. That's like a no, right? I mean, out of respect for the country, that's a Malaysian flag if you don't know what that is. So, I don't know. So I decided to go with this composition where I framed the three men, which is very cool. They're just chilling there. One guy's reading the paper. One guy has his leg up. One guy just standing there looking around. And yeah, together with the Malaysian flag at the top, I thought I like this composition best. Although I know it's not perfect, and a lot of my compositions are not perfect. There are a lot of things that I wish could be cleaner or not there. Like I wish the motorcycle wasn't parked there. But yeah, it is what it is. That's the thing about street photography. You have no control. A lot of times you just have to capture and deal with a lot of things that you don't like, right? So yeah, but I still like the shot. This is my favorite shot from the entire series. Like if I were to rank my favorite, the top, this will be it. This will be my favorite shot because it's hard to find three people together, spaced out equally, with a nice background, like the shop, right? And with a Malaysian flag, come on, like so many things happening, so many layers, like putting all of them together it's just so awesome. So that's just what I like. Maybe you don't like it, that's fine. Just a simple portrait of a man. Just so funny story. So I just grab a shot. He was so nice. He's looking at me and waiting, and his phone was ringing. I was like, dude, are you gonna pick up your phone? He said, oh, okay. And she said, I thought you're still shooting. And then he answered his phone. I'm like, no, like, oh, come on, I'm not supposed to disrupt, right? So I grabbed one shot and his phone was ringing, so I stopped so he can answer his phone. But he was still like waiting for me to take another shot. It was so nice of him. So yeah, people are nice in Kuala Lumpur. And it's just some ladies, I think they are drying the towels or tablecloths from a restaurant. I thought I wanted to be fancy and do a reflection, but this is sort of like a failed shot. The reflection didn't really work because it's too muddy, and yeah, it's not like a clear pool of water, but that's better. I just like the texture on the ground, even if it's not a clear reflection. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the life of street photography, right? And if you do a lot of street photography, you know that you have 1,000 failed shots and maybe just 1 or 2 good shots. That's the reality of street photography. And like really good ones, right? You have decent shots, that's fine, the normal shots, but the really, really good shots, it's just 1 in 1,000, 1 in 500, right? So you have to go out a lot more. And of course I go nearer, so without the reflection to show what they do. They are very shy, but they are still very cooperative. So I managed to nail one shot of 3 of them doing things. About street photography, it's something that I learned from Ripi as well, Rajendra Putra, if he's here. Still here, or maybe he's gone to sleep already. Ripi talk about the rule of 3 or rule of odds, things that you know, it's best that you only have 1, 3 or 5 similar subjects. You don't have 2, 4, the even numbers don't make it look good. If you have odd number of subjects, like 3 ladies in red doing something, that is perfect. Yeah, it just works somehow. And this rule of odds also apply to any other artistic things like gardening or I don't know, like drawing, painting or anything, right? It's not just for photography. Yeah. And just a portrait of a man, environmental portrait. He's a seller here in the shop. So this guy is from Bangladesh. We talked to him for a little bit. So I shot from him from a distance to capture the environment, to tell a better story, to have a bit more context on what he's doing there. So of course I have to go close to get like a close-up tight shot portrait of this man. And here it is, right? The lens is quite sharp. So I'm very happy with the lens performance of this camera. I'm not going to tell you what camera it is. It will be revealed in one of my long-form videos in the future. Yeah, Andrew knows what it is. Members who watched my previous, I think last month's video, would know what this is. Yeah, but I think the rest, I'm not going to tell you first. So it creates some mystery behind this. And I had a lot of fun using this camera. So really, Rippy, if you're still here, thank you so much, Rippy, for loaning me the camera. And rule of 3, right? Rule of odds. 3 red chairs. There's the yellow patches, the box, the parking boxes, and the patches of blue in the hoarding in the background. I just like colors merging together, and I like the patterns, lines, texture on the road, the rough texture. There's the light and shadow, and of course the 3 chairs, which is the highlight because the red is always the dominant color in the frame. Yeah. And I just love highlight and shadow. This was the kind of shot that I imagined taking of Lily. So yesterday we have all this nice harsh light, and I can't use them today because we don't have that light. Imagine what kind of black and white shots I can do with this. Imagine what kind of black and white shots. It will be so different because just now if you look at my Lily shots, it's all very flat. Not really, it doesn't pop. Like imagine, look at this, it just jumps, right? The difference between the black and the dark and the bright area is just so dynamic. So yeah, one more photograph. This is the last shot, walking towards pavilion already. This is at Star Hill at the side. I wanted him in the reflection, but the autofocus wasn't fast enough. I almost cropped off the lake. I wish he was a little bit further back, but yeah, well, the camera still nailed the shot. It's not like a completely failed shot. He was in focus. Everything is fine. It's just that I wish it was a little bit snappier, but that's it. That's it about the camera, right? So yeah, that's it. These are the few images that I have. Let me just go back to my favorite shot, the one that I really like. Yeah, this one. I just love this. If I were to print one image from the whole series, this particular one would be it. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the short photo sharing. I will review what camera it is in a long form video sometime soon. And yeah, I'll talk about the camera. It was very fun. Yes, Rippy, thank you so much for that. It was really, really fun playing with this camera. I haven't made the video yet. I plan to make it next week. Yeah, hopefully I'll see Rippy during the walk and return the camera, but maybe not, because like we don't want to carry the camera everywhere, right? When we're walking. Well, we'll see. I'll contact you separately, Rippy, to talk about this. So let's not bother everyone else with these details. Let me drink some coffee, maybe some water to stay hydrated, and I'll get to the chat. Yeah. I hope you guys love the series. And coffee, still have some coffee left. Okay. Andrew says my lips are sealed. Thanks, Andrew. No worries. Small bites. Not really. Some of them can be quite substantial though, like yu jia gui. It's not really small bites, right? Deep fried pizza. It's not really pizza though. It's not really pizza. Rippy says, no worries, glad you had some good shots with the camera. It's a very nice camera. I have so much fun using it. I can see why it's a good camera. It could have been a popular camera if they brought them back, but I don't know why they just gave up on it, right? Yeah. But enough about the camera. Jerry says, hi from cold 10 degrees Celsius Finland. Is that cold? I know it's cold in Malaysia, but for you guys it's quite okay, right? I know you guys get like minus 20, 30 degrees in the winter or something. I did search for Charmera here. One camera shop told me that they'll have it in November. They had a video link. It was to your video. See, that explains why the video is doing well, right? To Rippy, who's talking about, hey, the video has a lot of views, but the views are not from my subscribers. The views are from external sources, like this one, recommended by someone in Finland, right? So yeah, and the reason why it got a lot of views is because there are not many other cameras content out there, and most other content about the camera is just unboxing. So I was the first one to really bring the Kodak Charmera out and do like real life shooting and show actual sample images, because like, you know, a lot of people this is something that I've complained a lot about many reviewers, not just camera reviews, right? You can see a lot of tech reviews reviewing smartphone cameras. Oh, this is the latest smartphone from, I don't know, iPhone, Samsung, Huawei, whatever. The camera is the best camera I've ever used. Let me show you some sample photographs. There's a photo of their keyboard, the photo of outside the window looking across the street, a photo of the brick wall, a photo of their cactus plant, a photo of their kid, their baby daughter lying on a chair, and some random photo outside in the backyard of the trees, the branches of the tree, and they call it like a full review, like, wow, this is the best camera I've ever used. And this is the same problem now with a lot of content that's out there. A lot of these people, they focus so much on the unboxing and explaining what this Charmera is, explaining all the features, how to use it and everything, but they don't have like real life samples. And I was the first to actually go out to shoot and show actual photographs from the street, right? And the funny thing is I use this as if I was using my own camera. I'm not treating it like a toy camera. I'm literally treating it as a real camera that I'm shooting on the street, like proper composition, the light and shadow play and everything. You can see the video on Monday. So because of that, I was the only one out there with all these real samples with a mini review, like actual real world usage. That's what made the camera, not the camera, the video. That's why it's doing so well. So yeah, I think being the first has its perks, but I'm sure sooner or later bigger YouTubers gonna come and do a content about it, and it'll overtake my numbers easily. Let's say someone with 500,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers decided to do something with this. It doesn't have to be just a photography channel. It can be any other channels, like a gadget review channels or a lifestyle channel or fashion channel, right? Like anyone who can decide to do this with much larger subscriber base, they can easily overshadow me with their viewer count. But it doesn't really matter. It's not all about numbers. The reason why I ranted about this was because I was really curious, and it's very funny to see that where the numbers come from. And yeah, it's mostly from external sources. So there you go. We have no more chat. I call it chat. Oh, there's one more. David says, the bird photograph is amazing. Loved it. Oh, you're talking about this one, right? Let me go back to the bird. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I talk about this in the members only live stream, but if you look carefully in the photograph, not all the birds are flying. there are, I think, half of the birds are flying, but if you look really, really carefully, half of the birds are actually on the ground, which is nice because it added a lot of layers, like the one that's nearer to the camera and the one that's further and all the way down to the ground level, right? So there's like layers and layers and layers, which is very nice. If all of them flew at the same time, it'll be different. It'll be a bit messier. So now it's like, yes, it's still messy, but you have like some scale, right? So the birds that's nearer, the birds that further away, some is flying, some is not. So it's very, very interesting. The pattern itself that's captured is pretty interesting. And there's like one that's nearby that has a spread wing, which is pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for that, David. That's my favorite photograph as well. But it doesn't tell a story. It doesn't really have anything just beyond the drama of the bird flying. And this is also something that I want to comment as well, since we have time and we don't have any chat. A lot of street photographers in the world, I'm not complaining and I'm not making bad criticism. I'm just giving my opinion, and everyone's opinion is valid, right? And I've been doing street photography for quite some time. And what I noticed is that a lot of people are trying to chase the moment and drama only. So there's something very funny happening, like a monkey jumping out of the window, or a cat's shadow merging with another man's head, or, you know, like those very funny, very rare moments, right? Things are very striking, or, you know, like a man's head disappearing into the shadow, something like that, or a man seemingly like emerging from a hole or something, or is licking another big ice cream painting on the wall, and things like that. They look unusual. It has these characteristics, the moment, the drama that's very striking, very flashy. You look at it like, wow, you know, it just jumps at you like, wow, you know, like that kind of photograph. But what these people, they spend a lot of time doing, they will spend like days and days camping or fishing at one spot to get that one shot. But it's only one shot, and that one shot is nice, but it doesn't tell a story. It's just, let's say, a bird flying. Like just now, I'm just gonna use my own example, right? So that it's easier. Like, oh, not this one. Like this one, there's no story. It's just a bird flying, right? Compared to, say, this photograph, or let's say this photograph, a lady doing something, selling kueh, right? Or this photograph, three gentlemen at a shop in Malaysia. Like, there are details that will tell you about the portraits. What are they doing there, right? And where is this? What is the shop about? You know, there's a lot of things to really dive into and really explore. So yes, this shot doesn't have that dramatic moment. The old man didn't jump off a building, or the cat's shadow didn't merge with the man's hand or something, or, you know, the man's leg didn't disappear into an umbrella or whatever. All those, like, you know, very dramatic shots, right, that you see the typical street photography, those striking shots. But this photograph has a story, and to me, that story is important. That story adds depth, and that story adds the soul to that photograph, which is missing from a lot of modern street photographs. And it's kind of sad because, like, when I look at photographs, a lot of these photographs, street photographs, right, the modern ones, it's like, I don't even know where they are. Like, it doesn't matter. It can be taken from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Philippines, from the UK, from any of the European countries, right? And all you see is just shadow and highlight and men doing something, and that's it. But there's no context, there's no layers, there's no story behind it. And I think ultimately what I want to do more is to take this kind of photographs. It may look ordinary, it may look mundane. There's no dramatic moment. It's not going to win any street photography awards, but it celebrates where I come from. It tells a story of real people. This is not fake. This is a real scene, or a slice of life from daily, whatever you see every day here in Malaysia. And ultimately, this kind of photographs worth a lot more if I were to really look at it, right? Rather than chasing all these dramas and winning contests and trying to wow people and get like thousands of likes on Instagram. So that's my take on the current state of street photography. It's lacking depth. It's nobody cares about storytelling. Everyone's just chasing the striking, flashy shots, which it's not wrong. It's fun. I do that as well. Like some of those shots that I did, also it's a little bit flashier. Like this one, it's not as flashy as some of the popular ones, but it's also like, you know, I'm trying like, like this one is definitely flashy. So yeah. All right, any questions or any chat? Oh, it's too late already. I should stop the stream. It's definitely too late in Malaysia. Yeah, let me just drink some coffee and wait for a few more chat before we close off the session. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want to buy the Charmera, I'm not sponsored by the way. Just gonna bring up this official product page again. They are taking the second round of pre-order now. Yeah, you can buy it, and I don't earn anything from that link. It's the official page, and I'm not saying that you must buy it. And I understand if you don't like the images, because a lot of people comment as well on the video. It's like, oh, the images are crap. Like, what's the point of this? I can take better photographs on my phone. If you think like that, if you think that your phone is better, then don't buy this. If you can't see the point of using a toy camera, if you don't think that you're gonna have fun, then don't force yourself to change your perspective, right? And ultimately, you are entitled to your own opinion. If you feel that this camera doesn't do anything for you, if you feel that you don't enjoy using it, and you think that it's an expensive plastic rubbish, then don't buy it. Let other people buy it. It's sold everywhere. It's clearly in demand. You don't like it, that's fine. Other people want it. So, end of story, right? You don't have to go around and spew all this negativity like, oh, this is a crap camera that will end up as a plastic in the ocean. And like, come on, that's just unnecessary. You can say, Robin, I appreciate it, but hey, this is not for me. You know, I don't see myself using this. I'll rather use my phone. I'm fine with that comment. I'm perfectly fine with that comment. Like, this is pointless. I don't see how it can work for me. I'll rather use my actual Micro Four Thirds camera. That's legit. Nothing wrong with that comment, but rather than saying, oh, this is another piece of overhyped toy, you know, it's like, this is what's wrong with the world of photography, blah, 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 this is overhyped, blah, 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 and this is a plastic rubbish, and it will destroy the environment. I mean, come on. Like, really? Like, all those cameras don't end up in the ocean or whatever, right? So, yeah. Okay, Andrew says, I'm gonna call it a night. No worries, Andrew. You've been it's very late for you already. Hey, thanks for the sharing tonight. We had a great Charmera ink topic tonight. Good night to you too, and Andrew, and have a good rest. Yeah, the flag is great. Yeah, I was thinking. It took me like maybe 10 seconds to contemplate. Flag, no flag. Flag, no flag. Flag. Let's just put the flag in. Yeah, but then it threw the composition off. Without the flag, it'll be a lot more symmetrical and more proportionate. With the flag, it's like, you see, it's a little bit off-center. It's composition-wise, it's not the best, but I feel that the flag added another layer to the storytelling. So now I'm emphasizing more on the story or how the subject can add meaning to the photograph rather than just, you know, proper composition, lighting, and drama all the time, right? Yeah. Lini says, I really want a D1987 design. Hope to get one for Christmas. Hope Santa can work some magic to bring me my favorite design. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's all luck, right? It's just funny that all the current YouTube long form videos, they all have the same design. It's supposed to be blind box, right? Why are we all having the same design, which is doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, Rupert says near 6 o'clock in Scotland. That's like almost dinner time for you. Hey, all right. Since we don't have any more chat, and yeah, it's getting really late in Malaysia. It's almost 1 in the morning, and it's been a very long day for me. I'm gonna call it a night as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. I think it's a fun topic tonight. It's just a toy camera, and yeah, don't take this too seriously. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the 2 series of photographs that I've shared. The portrait shots of Lily. Let's just quickly go through them. Portrait shots of Lily. All right, and of course, we also have the street shots earlier, which I thought was pretty cool. I have some of my favorite images from this mystery camera. Yeah, I hope you guys have had a good time, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And please go out and take more photographs. Bye bye.